You're locked into Mix 24/7 EDM, and I am with the man, Mr. Sullivan King.
What up?
You dropped some new music. Can you talk about some of the new tracks that you worked on?
Yeah, so I have a few collabs that I played out that are going to be coming soon. I have one with Tynan that I played, Company, Wooly. There's probably a few other ones that are just not coming to mind right now, but I've been playing a lot of new music and unreleased stuff in my sets. A lot of unreleased stuff from friends that are just absolute insane tracks. New Grizz and Subtronic song, which is easily the best thing I've heard in the last 8-9 months.
What about touring does get you inspired?
Meeting fans, meeting people, hearing what their favorite songs are, hearing and seeing them singing back certain things, or just the reactions that they have to certain songs in a set is really what matters.
This may be a little generic, but how does that make you feel?
It's the best, man. It's seriously, there's nothing better than going up and being like, I wrote these lyrics, which usually is like on a plane or in a shower or whatever, cooking, or just being like, oh, that's a cool idea. And you write it in your phone, and suddenly you've got 500 people singing it back to you. It's crazy. Or at a festival, 5,000. I think, a lot of my songs have different emotions and things that get brought out during a set, which I think is really cool. It's not just bass music and dubstep and I'm gonna headbang, which is totally chill. But Wake Up is a huge one. Obviously, I get people that sing that back, and it's that song, as soon as I hit play and it's lonely, it's just instantly, it's the coolest shit, and I wait for that moment in the set when I get to play that song.
How do you cross over these two genres of you take this heavy metal stuff and you put it with dubstep, and how is it that you bring this together with maintaining the right transition and all that kind of stuff?
I don't think it's really any different than any other production. I think one person will say use a synth for a lead or a riff, everything that let's say Virtual Riot does, and they have some cool chordal stuff, or he has that, is no different than me just being okay, replace that with guitar or whatever. That's kind of the same thing. Or vocally, there's not really a big difference. It's just learning how to put things together properly so they sound good.
Is there any track that you hold dear to you?
Yeah, it's a song called Madeline Rose that I wrote for my wife, and she was gone one day, grocery shopping or whatever, and I was just I realized I hadn't done anything for her in that way, and super happy in the moment, and just went, I'm gonna just do this, and I wrote the song in 5 hours, recorded the vocals, did the whole thing, and she came home and I was like, surprise! And that was just a really cool kind of moment in time, because you can't really do that with a regular dubstep song. It's not hey, listen to this song I made, and it's for you, exactly. You know what I mean? So,
and how did she react to it?
Oh, she freaked out. It's still her favorite song. So
really?
I played it today. I played it in all my sets that I can, and it's really fun.
Does your wife come on tour with you often? Or?
All the time. She did the entire Excision tour with me. We just did Europe and Asia together. She did a ton of festivals. This was just this happened to be the weekend that her twin brother and sister turned 21, so she's in Vegas and doing that whole thing. So otherwise she would have been here.
And where are you off to next?
Going to Moonrise tomorrow. It's a back-to-back with Wooly, so luckily I won't have to play guitar. So basically, we had some weird technical difficulties, and the guitar wouldn't stop cutting out some weird frequency, shit that kind of happens, and I just ended it by smashing it into about 150 pieces. So it was great.
Wow. And that was the first guitar that you've ever smashed?
That wasn't the first one I've smashed, but it was the first one I smashed on stage. So I've done other ones for videos and stuff like that. But that was the first one that was all right, you're done. Here you go, everybody. Ta-da! And that was it.
Speaking of, your live stuff, would you ever do anything festival sets with a live band ever?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that that's going to come in time. Definitely, it has to be the right moment. It has to be the right festival, right people that want to come, and it really has to just make sense for that moment. I think right now, what I do is still so much fun for me, and I'm obviously so immersed in this sort of community and style that I think the live band will come not when I'm like bored per se, but when there's kind of like a little more of
When you want to grow a little more.
yeah, when there's kind of like the room to grow. Like I'm still growing and learning with my DJ sets.
Right.
To say like it's a lot. My show is still a live show. I'm still running around. I'm still going to the crowd. I'm still doing things that have to do with live elements, but I'm still developing those sets to be as good as they can be, and I feel like when that's done, then maybe I'll start to think about a live show.
Anything you'd like to say to your fans?
I love you. Thank you for raging, and stay beautiful.
Thank you for your time, man.
Yeah, of course. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Hey. Is that good?
Yeah.